shares maturing in January, February 2008. I don't think I want to do anything until then, because it's quite a bit of capital to pump into a new business. Great opportunity, can't see the point in doing it. And I genuinely couldn't. And she said to me, if you're not happy now, they will just end up giving you more responsibility, or paying you a bit more, or changing your responsibilities. And that desire and that want that you've got right now to launch the business will probably start to fade, if you like. You'll find more and more and more and more reasons not to do it. And I started talking life, and I said, she's absolutely right. The opportunities weren't there, to sort of grow. You could either, in this last business, become, if you like, a director, but a director no more than name alone, where you get a slightly bigger basic or what have you, but you don't actually direct anything. You're just a salesperson, if you like. The pressure's always there, no doubt. It's always there, because you don't have a steady income. You don't have a guaranteed amount of money every single month. What we did was make sure that we knew we could survive a period of time. So, in other words, we launched in July. I didn't put in place a forecast saying I needed to make X amount in July and I need to make X amount in August, because it's unrealistic. If nobody knows the business is there, how are you going to start making money immediately? We literally reduced all of our incoming, all of our outgoings. Everything that we could get rid of, we got rid of. Borrowed an old P-Reg Vectra off my mum, which was my granddad's old car, for the first 4 or 5 months, But it really helped take the pressure off in those first couple of months.
First of all, we put a business plan together. We sat down and we worked out what we would need to earn to maintain the kind of lifestyle that we had on the salaries we were earning.
We got all the money transferred into the business bank account, and I was sitting there thinking, I've never seen so many zeros in my bank account that I run, although it is all debt. And then we had to spend it all, which was not very nice at all, because once it's spent, then it's gone, and we had to spend it on just capital equipment to support the business. So that was the scariest moment. We had to go and buy a van to do deliveries. We had to buy a lot of PCs and internal equipment. And then it all arrived, we got it out, we had some box, was trying to build a business. We can't then send it back if the business doesn't work. And it was quite a lot of money. So yeah, there was a lot of sleepless nights in the early days. I set up the company whilst at university, but the business didn't launch until 7 months after I finished. After university, I had to take on a job to support myself whilst doing the business. So I was working a full-time job and then trying to launch a company as well, and trying to learn how to launch a company. So that was very long hours, really long hours, very tiring, which is why I ended up having to quit the job 2 months early to concentrate on the business. Also, after quitting the job, I had no money coming in, so it was then living on credit cards, which when you're outlaying all this money anyway and you've got no idea when it's coming back, it's quite scary. So loads of time away. My girlfriend wasn't very happy because I very rarely got to see her. Also, I became poorer than I was when I was a student, which was I didn't think was too possible, but I did get poorer after being a student. And all of my friends from engineering, they'd all got really, really good, well-paid jobs. So as they were buying TVRs and things like that, I was sitting thinking, oh God, I could afford to buy a TVR with all of this debt. I was very much like a rabbit stuck in the headlights when I first tried to set up the business. I vastly underestimated how much support there is out there. Business Link was great. Project Northeast, we got quite a few micro loans from Project Northeast. Prince's Trust supported us in the form of both loans and grants. We then used that money to go to a bank and say, well, we've raised this much money through NGOs and government organisations. Can you double it? So after a while, we got the banks to give us a loan on top of the money that we were already putting in. First time I'd ever negotiated with the bank, I had more gone in as a student, please can I have some money for free?